Welcome to this short presentation of Social Skills 101. Now, you clicked on this video is because you want to learn about social skills, of course. You want to learn about how to build high quality friends. You want to build up your social circle. You're tired of dragging your old friends who aren't into personal development, trying to drag them to level up, to go to social venues. And you're fucking tired. You're literally tired of trying to bring people up with you. And I know, I understand, it's tiring. Look, I was there. I was there before. I always had to drag my friends to go to the gym. I remember in high school when I wasn't around those type of people. I was always around that nerdy gamer friend group who played video games like CSGO, Rocket League, Valorant, Rainbow Six Siege. We used to play all night until ranked until 1 a.m. But I was just really tired of hanging around this group. You know, deep inside, I wanted to be more. I didn't want to be in this old identity. Like I hated who I was at the time. I really severely hated who I was. And so this propelled me on the journey to improve myself. And so I started to befriend those like popular degen kids who I saw because they had a lot of status in the school, and I was like, damn, like these are such cool people. Like you see them on Instagram, everyone looks up to them, everyone fucking respects them. Like I want that. This is what I want. And so I made friends with them. Right after improving myself, I came to school. People could tell I was different. I changed. People were saying I had a glow up, right? And people could tell there was a different aura about me. But after hanging around these people, I was like, this is shit. I can't talk about self-improvement. I can't talk about self-development. I don't feel that great hanging out with them. You talk about like random shit that doesn't even mean anything. Like it's garbage. It literally is terrible hanging out with these people. So I was like, this is shit. And I didn't want to hang out with these people anymore. And when I graduated, I literally had no friends, and I had to start from zero and from the ground up. And I spent years, just having this limiting belief that I don't need to work on my social skills. I don't need to work on my social life. I'm just going to grind on monk mode so I can get to that place, then work on my social life. But I've been putting this back for so long. And deep inside my heart, I was like, damn, Darius, you really want to work on this thing. You really want to have awesome friends you can hang out with every single week. And I just kept pushing it back. And eventually it got to a point where I was sick and tired of just working on business, going on gym. That was literally my day. Business, gym. Like I was working on an agency, trying to make money. I was tired of not having a social life. And if you read The Way of the Superior Man in the first chapter, it literally says in the first chapter to stop hoping for a completion. And so if you're the type of person that's hoping for a completion right now, this video is for you. You've been pushing off having your social life. You've been pushing off working on your social skills. You know you should be doing it, but you feel guilty almost watching this video because it's unrelated to what goals you're trying to achieve. Even though building a social circle is part of your goals and will literally help you progress to your goals faster when you're around people who have achieved already what you want to achieve. And like I said, I wasn't this person. This wasn't me, right? This wasn't me. I was completely the opposite. And I just wanted to show you that because it's proof. I don't want to say here to put myself on a higher ego and a higher chair. I wanted to say this because I wanted to prove to you that you can do the same. If I've done it, you can do it, bro. If I've done it, you can do it easily. So this is like, trying to instill the evidence that this is true. This is working. This can help you achieve your goals. And this is something that's worthy that you should pay attention to. And so if you have these problems where you're lonely, you can't really connect with most people, you have social anxiety, you're afraid to approach people to make new friends, you can't really find high quality friends, this video is for you because I have what you want. Like it's a bit egotistical for me to say, but this is my life right now. So you saw the video, and these 3 photos basically describe what my life is about now. Hanging out with ambitious people who want to face discomfort by jumping in ice baths. Hanging out with people who love nature and who love experiencing life. And so the problems with you, the reason why you cannot get to the stage that I'm in, is because of these set of problems. First of all, you're lonely, which is the symptom of just not having good social skills and not understanding social dynamics. You can't really connect with most people. You have social anxiety. You can't really find high quality friends. These are like the main issues and problems that you're dealing with. And so you almost feel like subhuman in social situations because you don't feel like you belong. Like you don't feel like you should be on this earth, even though you are born in this earth, like you're a human being. You don't feel like you actually belong on this earth. And that's a really lonely thing to be. You were born on this earth, you are human, you're supposed to be in a tribe, yet you don't feel like one. So in order to solve this problem, you must be skilled in the art of social dynamics. You must be a social ninja because once you're skilled in social communication, this opens the door for you. You know, you heard the term that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. And so if you hang around with people who are making 6 to 7 figures, you're going to start making 6 to 7 figures. Yeah, if you hang out with crack addicts, meth addicts, people who are alcoholics, you will start becoming a meth addict, an alcoholic. Social circles are very powerful. It's almost like you're entering a mini cult and you're sort of getting indoctrinated into their beliefs and values. Make sure the social circle you're creating and entering has the values you want to get indoctrinated by. So how do we do this? How do we create this social circle of high quality people who actually elevate us, people who actually tell us the truth because they value us and they want to help us? They don't care about being a yes man. They care about our progress and growth. How do we find these people who actually give a fuck about us? Go outside. You probably heard this everywhere by this YouTuber, that YouTuber. Go outside. Fucking go outside. Literally go outside. This will fix 99% of your problems, yet you're probably freaking out and having all these thoughts like, where am I going to go? This and that. Or like, oh, what if this is weird? And oh, I don't know where to go. You're probably having all these thoughts, and that's sort of your old self holding you back. You need to not listen to your old self, and you need to evolve. The devil is the thing that stops you. The devil comes in forms of indecision, procrastination, fear, anxiety, depression. These are all like the different forms the devil comes in. And this is the devil trying to keep yourself in the current self you're in, because it's not authentic to stay where you are. Let me tell you, it's not authentic to stay in your position. What's authentic is to evolve into the person that you want to. You must evolve. Just because it's uncomfortable to change does not mean that it's a bad thing. If it's uncomfortable, you're probably going in the right direction. If it's something you fear and you're fucking scared, you're probably going in the right direction. Follow that compass. Your fear is your compass. So why do you need to go outside? This is a really stupid question, but we need to understand the fundamentals before we go through more advanced sort of topics. Why do we need to go outside? Well, first of all, yeah, it's to meet people, but it's because of social anxiety. No, why do I say that? But I have social anxiety. I can't go outside. That's the exact reason. Anxiety is the fear of future scenarios. And so you fear future scenarios is because you're unable to predict or visualize the positive outcomes. Why aren't you able to visualize the positive outcomes, which will make you feel more comfortable when approaching that girl, when talking to that new guy, when seeing a cool event and going to it? Why aren't you able to predict positive outcomes, which make you feel like you want to go? It's because our brain predicts future outcomes based on our past experiences. Our brain's a learning machine. And so if all your past experiences are negative or neutral and you don't really have any, that's the problem. You don't have enough positive memories or reference points to draw out positive visualizations to picture future outcomes. And so if you have this limiting belief like, oh, I'm going to fix my social anxiety by meditating and doing all these things and, doing all this priming and all this like shit. Yes, this is helpful. Do it as an addition. But if you're just doing all this like, oh, I'm going to fix my social anxiety first, then I'm going to focus on my social skills. If you think like this, it's kind of like thinking like, I will go to the hospital when I get better. You don't get better to go to the hospital. You go to the hospital to get better. That's the same with social skills. So let me tell you the truth. You don't fix social anxiety to be more social. You be more social so you can fix social anxiety. That's the paradox here. This is the social anxiety loop. So social anxiety is simply the symptom of a lack of social interactions and experiences. You feel anxious because you fear negative outcomes. You fear negative outcomes because you behaved weird that one time in high school. You behaved weird socially is because you find it difficult to read human behavior. And you fail to read human behavior is because you don't hang out with them. That's the truth. So your ability to read human behavior and act accordingly is called social calibration. Going outside more, reading social cues, understanding social dynamics, reading the room, and collecting more experiences is the antidote to social anxiety. Gaining more reference points, gaining more experiences. The antidote to social anxiety is your ability to read human behavior and act accordingly. Reacting accordingly will create positive feedback loops and experiences to draw from next time around. This ability to read human behavior and act accordingly is called social calibration. So social calibration is adjusting your behavior appropriately based on the dynamics of an environment. That's why I told you the only antidote to social anxiety is to be more social. Because the reason why you fear future outcomes and you're anxious about future outcomes and the potential failures is because you don't have enough positive experiences to draw from, which you can use to feel more comfortable and know what to do in certain scenarios. So you need to gain more experiences and reference points to understand and visualize positive scenarios, which would make you be able to predict, understand, and read the room and act appropriately and not act uncalibrated. Acting uncalibrated is like going into a doctor's place, like a emergency room, and just like bring a boombox and you start like playing loud music, right? Very uncalibrated. Where if you went to like a bush party or like a festival, you brought like a speaker in like an area and you start playing music, people would like go crazy and like, whoa, people would start cheering. It's because you're calibrated. It's the right stimuli for the right environment. So how do we solve the lack of social calibration that we have? How do we solve being not socially calibrated? Go outside. I told you. I'll keep telling you, go outside. I'm emphasizing this point. I know I repeat myself, but I'm emphasizing this point because you don't understand how important this is. You're watching this, let's say on 2x speed, or you're just like braining out. You're doing this. You're like you're peeing, or like you're doing a shit, or you're in the bathtub, or you're listening to this on public transport. Wherever you are, actually like pay attention. Focus on the present moment. You're not focused. You're drifting. You're not present. You're not aware. You're just drifting through life with this lack of presence, just on autopilot. Wake up. Where do we find the people? Where do we go outside? How can we find the high quality people? And where do we go? Actually listen to this, because this is going to help you. We need to define the type of people you want to hang around. This is the most important step, because if you don't know what you want, how can you get what you want? If you don't have a vision or like a destination, like an island, let's say you're on this trip, on this adventure of life, and you're sailing through the sea. If you do not have a destination set point, like an island you want to reach, success island, whatever success is to you, if you don't reach that destination island, then you will be a product of the direction of the waves. The waves go in the left, up, down, right. It takes you everywhere if you don't move. And so if you don't take control and you don't steer the ship in your own direction, the ocean will steer the ship for you. And where does the ocean go? The ocean is the majority of the earth. It's like around, let's say 70% of the earth, total earth. The direction of the ocean takes you to the direction of mediocrity, because mediocrity is where most people go. And so if you're just following the ocean and the ocean's taking you to the average of everyone that goes there, then you will be the average. In order to not be the average, you must go against the ocean waves, and you must set your own direction and be completely undisturbed by the ocean's direction and the wind and all these different things that are pushing you all these directions. If you follow and if you let the ocean, the waves, the wind, all these things carry you in a certain direction, you'll be getting carried to mediocrity. You'll be getting carried to an average life. So choose your own destination. You need to be specific. If you're not specific, you will go and live an average life. You don't want that. I don't want that. So be specific. Who do you want to be around? Do you want to be around people who value fitness? Do you want to be people business? Do you want to be people who value, meditation and the very spiritual? What sort of people do you want to be around? Really define it. And also, once you define the values, you can just journal this question now. What is the type of people I want to hang around? What sort of characteristics do they have? What sort of interests do they do? What are they really, really into? What books do they read? Really spend some time. You can quickly go over it. Just write this question. What is the type of people I want to meet? Once you have these type of people, then you need to uncover the values. What sort of values do they have? Do they value discipline? Do they value hard work? Do they value being aligned in their spiritual essence? Do they align reading books and gaining knowledge? Do they value being well educated and having good financial literacy? What sort of values do they have? What do they value? Once you know what they value, you need to find the right environments which basically foster these values. What sort of environments actually create these values in people? So for example, if you want to find people who value business and entrepreneurship, you would go to an entrepreneurship networking event. If you want people who value self-development and self-improvement, you would probably go to a Tony Robbins event. So you need to find the right environments which foster the right values. And the environment which fosters the right values creates the people that you want to be around, or attracts the people you want to be around. And then you can find these people. And then you need to go there once per week and talk to people. I'm not going to show you how to talk to people, what is the cold approach lines and all these things, because it will happen naturally. If you go to a nice social event or a social environment, it will happen organically. You just need to go there. You don't need to do anything. Just go there once a week. Just go there. 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 Go there once a week. So how you build quality connections is you go to these events, you ask questions, you draw out the answers, you follow the breadcrumbs, and you find commonalities, then exchange socials, which is you have in high status Instagram you've been developing, which if you haven't, then You need to use Instagram because Instagram is basically your personal brand, your individual portfolio, your business card, basically. It is your portfolio for the self. It is the identity you're creating. If you don't have an Instagram in 2024, you're invisible and no one's going to know you. You need to put your thoughts out there. You need to authentically express yourself and create a very nice Instagram, a very aesthetic Instagram, which shows who you are and what you value. And you're able to attract like-minded people because your presence is online and people can search for you. So I'll go through these steps one by one. Asking questions. In Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, he talked about this principle where be interested in other people. Use these set of steps to talk to the people you genuinely want to talk to. Don't talk to people you don't want to talk to. Or maybe you don't want to talk to, but you just want to like practice and just do it. But just talk to the people you want to talk to. Keep it simple. Talk to people you want to talk to. So ask questions. Find out what interests them, what drives them. After a couple of months doing sales calls, I understood how to draw out specific answers from people. And so I learned how to find what motivates people. So let's say you're in a gym, right? And you want to use a specific machine. You ask this guy, how many sets you have left? Let's say says he has 3 or 4, whatever. Let's say it's the same weight and you guys are doing the same exercise. You ask him, can I join in between set? And he said, yeah, man, for sure. And so you join in between set and you just start talking. And so, are you doing is this pull or push? Like, do you do push-pull legs? And he said, oh yeah, I do push-pull legs and this and that. I'm like, awesome. And what made you want to go into the gym? What motivated you? You see, when you ask for the questions like the reasons why behind the why questions, these are powerful questions. You're able to understand really what they want and what they value. Oh, I wanted to go to this because I wanted to be more confident. I want to be more confident. Why? How come you wanted to be more confident? What drove you to want to pursue having more confidence? And then maybe say, oh yeah, before I was really skinny and I didn't really like who I was, and then now I changed it and this and that. Awesome. So you're into self-development and improving yourself. Yeah. What sort of YouTubers you watch or what sort of books you read, right? Then you can follow the breadcrumbs. See if this person is the type of person you want to be around. And then if you ask questions, you follow the breadcrumbs, you're trying to draw out certain answers, you'll be able to find commonalities if this person is similar to you. And then once you have commonalities and you really relate to that person, like, bro, like I was in the same position as you are, bro, like how I relate to you so much. And then once you say that and you finish your workout on that exercise, you can exchange socials. Hey man, you're awesome. Let's hit a workout together. What's your Instagram? This is the situation for in the gym, right? This situation can be applied to many things. There's different contexts. There's different specific phrases and sentences and ways of opening which you can use. But I want you to understand that being able to ask quality questions, being able to be socially calibrated and knowing when to ask and knowing what to ask and knowing if the person is, receiving the information and really like reciprocating what you're asking. Having this ability to understand and read the person only comes from time. So I don't expect you to get this perfect spot on, but this is sort of how I'm doing it. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing this, so you can gain a better understanding. You're not going to get everything first right. It's going to take some time. You need some patience. For me, I built my social circle within 49 days. So that's how long it took for me. It may not take that long for you. It may take shorter, it may take longer. I'm not sure, but it will take work and time to get good at this, to learn how to ask good questions, to learn how to follow breadcrumbs, to find events in your city. It will take some time. Be patient. And as I said, look at people. People want to be seen. People want to be recognized. People want to be looked at. People don't feel seen anymore. People don't feel recognized anymore. People don't feel important. Make people feel important. Look at them. Look them in the eyes. Smile at them. Ask them how their day is doing. Really have some empathy. This requires a level of empathy and a level of non-self-centeredness. Self-centeredness got you anxious. Don't be self-centered. Be an observer. You need to balance focusing on yourself and focusing on the external world. Too much focus on yourself, then you're too much in your head. Too focused on the outside world, and you're not focused on yourself enough, and you get lost. And you lose your track, and you go misaligned, and you're not on your purpose. So you need to balance it between these two. It's not one thing or the other thing. This is a non-binary thing. This is black and white thinking. Black and white thinking has fucked you up for so long. You can do both. It's like people who go in monk mode. Oh, if I'm in monk mode, I can't socialize. Or if I'm in social life, then I can't monk mode. You can do both. Do both. Or should I create quantity or quality? Do both. Non-binary thinking has fucked you up. So do both. I wanted to leave you with, be the change you want to see in the world. If you want positive people to be around, if you want people who help you out, who give you business connections, who literally like give you awesome advice, Be that person. Be that person. Stop waiting for some other cool guy to come. Why don't you be that cool guy? Be that change you want to see in the world. And once you start being that change you want to see in the world, you will start to meet other people who are like that. You see, we attract the type of people we are. And so if you're a degen, if you're like stupid, you're going to attract stupid people. If you're not intelligent, you're going to attract non-intelligent people. If you are intelligent, you're going to attract intelligent people. Because if you value personal development and you're smart, you would want to go to a personal development event because you like this. So the smart person would pay for this event to go to this event is because they see value in it. They value personal development. And so you actually embody this. You actually are taking action on this by going to this event. And so you will find other people who value personal development because they paid for this event as well. So you are what you attract. You need to be the person that you want to meet. When you be the person you want to meet, you will start naturally being around other people who are like that. You're attracting the type of people that reflects you. And so if you aren't the type of person you want to meet, then you need to become the person that someone else would love to meet. I'm going to leave it at that. You are the average of your circle. Make sure they are killers. You know, this quote of you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. This has been passed everywhere all across the self-improvement space, but it is true. Last week, I was hanging around with entrepreneurs and they gave me so many nuggets of wisdom that helped me so much. It literally accelerated my progress. Like 2 times, 3 times accelerated my progress. Like just having that conversation literally can fast forward your progress and literally jump you, like literally propel you to success. So it's really important that you're hanging around with the right people because they will literally drag you up with you, especially if you're a really ambitious person and you want to be up. That will be even better. So I have a community below where I'm trying to help you build this circle. I'm trying to help you do this. I don't want you to waste years of your life doing stupid shit and just like fucking around, because that's what I did. I wasted years of my life just like trying to do all these things. I was testing, right? I was a scientist. I was testing all these things, testing what works and what doesn't work. I have what works. I'm going to say I have what works. I know it's like very cocky to say it, very egotistical. I have what works and I can help you. So join the community below. You know, no, I don't want you to join the community below. I do not want you to join the community below if you're the following. If you're not ambitious, if you don't want to be better, if you don't have big goals, if you're not delusional. I don't want you to be here if you're not delusional. I want you to be delusional. I want you to say, I want 10 high quality friends who make 6 figures per month. I want you to be very, very ambitious, saying, I want to make $100,000 a month. I want ambitious people here. I don't want puny people. Oh, I want to make $1,000 a month. I want like 1 or 2 friends who are on general self-improvement. No, I want you to set high goals, set high standards for yourself. I don't want people who don't set high standards. I don't want people who are not ambitious. So if you're ambitious and you're feeling like, fuck everyone, I hate this, I want to change, I'm fucking ambitious, I want to make $100,000 a month, I want to have 10 high quality friends who are awesome, who are awesome to be around, who I can travel with and do awesome shit. I want all this, everything. I want everything. Join the community below because this is exactly for you. Link in the description, join the community below. I hope this video has helped you. My name is Darius and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.